Step into the unknown with the shadow frequency and your host, Matt Wilson, as he takes you where the shadows hum.
Welcome to episode 122 of The Shadow Frequency, where we dive into the eerie corners of the unknown, peeling back the veil between our world and the paranormal. I am Juniper, your producer, and tonight we're stepping into a chilling tale from the shadows of history, a story that blends wartime secrets, otherworldly technology, and the mysterious crash in the woods. We are talking about Die Glocke, the Nazi bell, a supposed time travel or anti-gravity device that some say could rewrite reality itself. And what's its connection to the Kecksburg incident? Buckle up, because this one's going to send shivers down your spine. Matt, what's got you so hooked on this topic?
Juniper, this one's a wild ride. Imagine a glowing bell-shaped machine hidden in secret Nazi labs, humming with unearthly energy, maybe even bending time, and then poof! It might have crash-landed in Pennsylvania years later. It's like something out of a horror sci-fi flick, but the whispers say it's real.
Oh, you're giving me goosebumps already, Matt. All right, listeners, get ready for a journey into the paranormal abyss. Take it away, Matt, in 3, 2, 1...
Welcome back, Shadow Frequency listeners, to the eerie hum of the unknown. Tonight we're diving deep into the chilling mystery of Die Glocke, a secret Nazi project that feels like it was ripped from the pages of a nightmare. Picture this. It's the final days of World War II, and deep in the Owl Mountains of Poland, in a hidden base called Der Riese, meaning the giant, Nazi scientists are tolling away on something straight out of the paranormal. This wasn't just another weapon. This was Die Glocke, German for the bell, a device so strange, so otherworldly, that it defies explanation. According to accounts from Polish journalist Igor Witkowski, who claimed to have seen classified interrogation transcripts of SS officer Jacob Sporenberg, Die Glocke was a bell-shaped object, about 12 feet tall and 9 feet wide, crafted from heavy gleaming metal. Inside, 2 counter-rotating cylinders spun a mysterious violet-hued substance called Cerium-525, said to be highly radioactive, maybe even laced with mercury, thorium, or beryllium. When activated, this thing glowed, hummed, and according to some, emitted radiation so intense it killed plants, animals, and even scientists in its vicinity. Witness described a pulsating energy, a force that seemed to warp the very air around it. The project, codenamed Chronos, Greek for time, was rumored to be more than just a weapon. Some say it was an anti-gravity machine, capable of lifting itself off the ground, defying physics as we know it. Others whisper it was a time machine, a device that could bend the fabric of reality, sending objects, or even people, through the corridors of time. The Nazis, desperate to turn the tide of the war, poured everything into this Wunderwaffe, or wonder weapon, under the command of SS General Hans Kammler, a brilliant but ruthless engineer who vanished without a trace at the war's end. And here's where it gets creepier. Near the Wenceslas mine in Poland, there's a strange concrete structure locals call the henge. It's a looming circular framework, like something out of a forgotten ritual. Some believe it was a test rig for Die Glocke, designed to harness its anti-gravity propulsion. Imagine that, a machine that could defy gravity, humming in the dead of night, its eerie glow casting shadows across the mountains. And when the war ended, Die Glocke disappeared. Some say it was spirited away to a Nazi-friendly country in South America. Others claim it was smuggled to the United States as part of a secret deal with Kammler. But what if it didn't just vanish into hiding? What if it slipped through time itself? And that brings us to Kecksburg, Pennsylvania, December 9th, 1965. A fiery object streaks across the sky, seen by thousands across 6 states before crashing into the woods near this small town. Witnesses described an acorn-shaped object, roughly the size of a car, with strange hieroglyphic-like markings around its base. Markings that sound eerily similar to those reported etched on Die Glocke. Locals said the military swooped in almost immediately, sealing off the area, hauling away a bell-shaped object on a flatbed truck under a tarp. The official story? It was a Soviet satellite, Cosmos 96, but the whispers persist. Was this Die Glocke resurfacing 2 decades later, perhaps flung through time by its own unearthly power? Juniper, I don't know about you, but I'm just thinking about this thing, glowing, humming, maybe tearing holes in time, and it gives me the creeps. What do you make of it so far?
Man, I'm already imagining that eerie hum echoing through the woods of Kecksburg. It's like the Nazis left a ghost behind, and it's still haunting us. What do our listeners think about this one?
I'll bet they're as spooked as we are. All right, Juniper, let's take a quick break, and then we'll dig deeper into this mystery. Over to you.
Whoa, listeners, how wild is this Die Glocke story? A Nazi time machine crashing in Pennsylvania? It's the kind of thing that keeps you up at night, wondering what else is out there in the shadows. We're only halfway through, and Matt's got more chilling details coming up, including a skeptical take that might shake things up. If you're loving the Shadow Frequency, hey, please like and subscribe and follow us on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, and all the major podcast directories. You can also visit our website at shadowfrequencypodcast.com, where you can listen to all of our episodes, check out the Shadow blog, or leave us a voicemail and tell us where you're listening from. If you'd like to support us, you can buy us a coffee on our website to keep the paranormal vibes flowing. Now let's dive into our mailbag segment here, where we share your thoughts and spooky stories. Stay tuned while I hit the button.
It's time for the Shadow Frequency mailbag.
All right, listeners, it's time for the mailbag, where we hear from you, our shadowy community. Today we've got an email from Bert in California, and here's what he says. Love the show. You guys always manage to make the paranormal feel so real and creepy. I'm a huge fan of the Shadow Frequency and listen every day from my couch in San Diego. Would you be able to do an episode on the Queen Mary's engine room? I've heard it's one of the most haunted spots on the ship. Well, thanks, Bert, for the love and the great suggestion. The Queen Mary's engine room, huh? That's definitely going on our list. We're at the right town right now, actually. Keep those emails gunning, folks. Send your thoughts, spooky stories, or episode ideas to shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. All right, Matt. Back to you for more on the Die Glocke and that Kecksburg connection.
Welcome back, Shadow Frequency listeners, to the second half of our dive into the unsettling mystery of Die Glocke. We left off with the Kecksburg incident of 1965, where a bell-shaped object eerily similar to the descriptions of the Nazi bell crashed in Pennsylvania, only to be whisked away by the military. Well, let's go deeper into the paranormal threads tying these two events together. And then we'll touch on a skeptical perspective that might make you question everything. Imagine this. It's 1945. The Third Reich is crumbling, and SS General Hans Kammler is desperate to keep Die Glocke out of enemy hands. Some accounts claim he loaded it onto a massive long-range aircraft, one of the first capable of mid-air refueling, and sent it to a secret destination. Maybe South America, maybe Antarctica, or maybe even through time itself. The project's codename Chronos fuels speculation that Die Glocke wasn't just about defying gravity, but defying time. Witnesses at WWII described strange effects when the bell was activated. A metallic taste in the mouth, nerve spasms, dizziness, and even visions of images from the past, as if the device could peer into history. Or maybe send something forward. Now fast forward to Kecksburg. The object that crashed was described as acorn-shaped, with a metallic sheen and those mysterious hieroglyphs. Some witnesses claimed it wasn't just a dead object, it hummed, as if still alive with energy. Theories swirl that this was Die Glocke, either tested by the U.S. after being acquired through Operation Paperclip, or accidentally flung through time by Kammler himself. Researcher Joseph Farrell suggests Kammler might have used the bell to escape the war, landing in 1965 and integrated into American society under a new identity. The military's quick response and secrecy only add fuel to the fire. Why cordon off the area and deny findings if it was just a satellite? But here's where a skeptical voice creeps in. Some researchers, like aerospace scientist David Myra, argue Die Glocke might be nothing more than a myth, a post-war exaggeration born from the Nazis' reputation for advanced technology. The story first surfaced in the 1960 book Morning of the Magicians, a work blending fact and fiction, and was later amplified by Igor Witkowski's claims, which rely on unverified transcripts. Critics point out there's no concrete evidence, no blueprints, no surviving bell, no official records. The Kecksburg incident, they say, is better explained by the Soviet Cosmos 96 satellite, which failed and re-entered Earth's atmosphere around the same time. If Die Glocke was real, why didn't the Nazis use it to win the war? Still, the paranormal allure of Die Glocke lingers. The henge at Wenceslas Mine, the vanished Kammler, the eerie similarities to Kecksburg. These pieces form a puzzle that feels too strange to be pure fiction. Could the Nazis have tapped into something beyond our understanding? A technology that blurred the lines between science and the supernatural? Or is this a ghost story born from the chaos of war? Juniper, I'm torn. Part of me wants to believe Die Glocke opened a door to another dimension, but that skeptical angle makes me wonder if we're chasing shadows. What's your take?
Matt, I'm still creeped out by those hieroglyphs and that humming in Kecksburg. Even if it's a myth, it's a haunting one. Let's wrap this up and see what our listeners think.
All right, Juniper, let's send it to you for the sign-off.
What a chilling journey through the shadows of Die Glocke and its possible link to the Kecksburg incident. From Nazi labs to a Pennsylvania crash site, this tale leaves us questioning what secrets might still be hidden in time's murky depths. Thanks for joining us on episode 122 of The Shadow Frequency. You can head to shadowfrequencypodcast.com to catch up on all of our episodes. You can read the Shadow blog or leave us a voicemail. We'd love to hear where you're listening from. And you can follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and of course, all major podcast platforms. And if you're feeling generous, you can buy us a coffee or, in Matt's case, an iced tea to keep the spooky vibes alive. Until next time, keep your ears tuned to the shadows. Good night, Shadow Seekers.
Have a favorite episode of The Shadow Frequency? Let us know. Email us at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com and tell us which episode has kept you up at night, and you'll be entered into our drawing to win a copy of Encounters, True Stories of UFO Sightings, Alien Abductions, and Extraterrestrial Contacts, an essential read for any true believer. Deadline to enter, June 7th. Don't miss your chance to bring the unknown a little closer to home. See you in the shadows.
This episode was produced with a commitment to exploring the unexplained while grounding our discussion in documented discoveries. All interpretations are speculative and intended for entertainment purposes.